Okay, guys, we only have a few of us, but I'm going to start because I don't want to lose any time because I don't want to get kicked out like we did in our previous session. So welcome. We're going to do a little walkthrough of My Justine Office today. I know that you guys probably could teach me a couple of tricks on My Justine Office, but I thought it would be a good idea for us to just do a little walkthrough, remind everyone exactly what's available on here. And again, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and we will do future sessions or we will answer you separately. It's really important that everyone gets nice and comfortable on these digital tools and sees exactly how it can help them at the best of times, but now especially during these lockdown and complicated times that are facing us at the moment. So let's get into this. I am using a test account, so I don't have a lot of people in my test account. So in terms of data, you're going to see that I am not doing particularly well in terms of my results, but it is fine for the purposes of us showing you exactly what the functionalities are. So just quickly whipping through the top, obviously you've got your little notification section, you've got your search, you've got your own profile where if you click on it, you will be able to go and see your own personal profile details, order history, account history, etc. It's loading a little bit slowly today. I'm finding my internet is quite slow today. Not working with me. So if I look over here, it's going to give me sort of a high level view of my own details and my profile. I can write myself notes and reminders. I can see my own personal performance here. If I qualify for Start Smart bonuses, etc. And this one doesn't get any data yet, but eventually what it will show you is the order tracking of direct delivery orders, but this part's not quite ready yet. Okay, the other things that I will see on this little drop down is a link to help and a link to log out. Our hamburger menu takes us wherever we need to go within My Justine Office. So first of all, the dashboard, if we click there, it's going to take us back to our dashboard. And please excuse my internet. On our dashboard, we'll see if we have any alerts of things that are happening within our team that we need to go and action really urgently. They're going to pop up over here because my team is just me. There's no alerts just now, but this is exactly where you'd see all the good stuff like late payers and potential upcoming promotions or demotions within your downline, etc. If we scroll down to the actual dashboard piece, what we can see here is, first of all, the area is called My Goals. You can see where you are within the campaign. Then it'll show you your campaign to date title. So as we start the campaign, we don't have any personal sales yet, no group award sales yet, which means that we are still sitting at candidate level until we start to passing those first few levels. You guys know the structure better than I do, but that's what this campaign to date title will show you. What it'll show you over here is the title that you earned in the previous campaign. So that's where you are at that point. Here you can see your performance based on this title. And you've got the opportunity to see what your next level could look like. So if I wanted to make it to the next level of a Pearl leader, these are the targets that I would need to work towards. Otherwise, I can come back to just look at my current level and I can see what my targets would need to be for this one. So because I'm a candidate and I was a candidate, I don't have any level targets here. So for me as a brand new leader, I need to be looking at that next level so that I can see how do I start moving up. Okay. Looking over here, personal award sales, obviously what it's pulling in here for you are your personal orders that you have placed, but what it'll also pull in here for you is the orders, your direct delivery orders count towards your award sales. So if a customer placed an order for you, with you under your store and did direct delivery, within a few days, those award sales will appear here as well. So I might have placed an order for only 700 Rand and the rest of this might be the award sales from a customer's order, which is pretty handy. Over here, if I clicked on next step, it's going to take me into GR3 to go place an order, because what would my next step be if I don't have any personal award sales? I need to go and place my monthly order. Group award sales now. If we click on the next step, so obviously it's going to pull in the level target for you here and it's going to show you exactly where you are in terms of that target. we click on next step, it'll help us and guide us in saying, you have so many inactives, a couple of held orders, there's a few that are unsubmitted, there's returns counting against your group award sales at the moment, and there's a few orders that you have which are under MOB. So it would be a nice quick way for you to see, what do I need to action to get my group award sales up so that I can meet the target I need to meet. For example, I only have one here that I could action because I have such a big team in this test account. And this one is a pending order or an unsubmitted order. So what I would need to do here is go and have a look at this particular order, see what the situation is, and I could let that person know, hey, you need to submit this order because otherwise you're going to miss out, you're going to lose out on the stock, etc. You know, you guys know how to message these things the right way. So let's just go back there. Okay, scrolling a little bit more down, you will see obviously your G1 actives and your next steps here. Again, you want to get people active, so you're going to be able to action your inactives, unsubmitted orders, held orders, and returns, because if you've got anything waiting here to get actioned, if you can move those people to do what they need to do, you're going to improve your actives. And then, of course, you've got your downline structure where it's going to tell you, you guys with the very big teams, you know this, it's going to tell you what kind of structure you have underneath you. And if there are any targets for your particular level, it's going to let you know what you need to do. The BL tree, I know is one of the favorites in My Justine Office. The BL tree does is it shows you your full downline in a tree sort of format, which is nice and easy for you to navigate. So I, of course, very small team. I've only got just me that's showing here, but you would be able to see any of your downlines underneath you. The other thing which you'd be able to do, and obviously in this test account I don't have it, but you guys might have noticed, if you have a business leader in your team, when you're looking at their account, you'll see next to here, there'll be like a little tree looking, organogram looking little icon. If you click on that, you'll be able to see, you'll almost be able to impersonate that leader, and you'll be able to see their dashboards and their My Justine Office, so that you can kind of help them along, because you know you have your meetings with your downlines and you're trying to guide them and develop them and improve them, and that's a nice way for you to easily access their dashboards and see how you can help them. Okay, coming back to our dashboard, let's see if there's anything else that we need to have a look at. Okay, scrolling down. If I was a brand new leader, then I would also see my fast start bonus. I'd see what's up for grabs for me, what my group award sales would need to be in order for me to achieve, and then what I'm missing, and then what my next steps are. Okay, so what you're obviously seeing from this is we're telling you that you're how far you are away from your goal, but we're also giving you next steps in how you can reach that goal. And making it quite easy for you to see what it is that you need to do next to try and reach it. So if a leader is completely isolated and on her own and she's not sure exactly how to progress and how does she improve her orders and how does she move to the next level, and she can't get hold of you or ask you questions all day long, My Office or My Justine Office is an ideal way for her to see what she needs to do next, so that she can also learn how to manage her downlines. Okay, at the bottom here, this is the new footer. This is a good place for you to look when you need to link directly to your team orders reports on GR3. The reports download is where you'll find your earning statements and your pack reports. Training information will link you to the latest guides. And then the incentive and club trackers live over here as well. Let's come back to have a look in our hamburger menu, right? So the hamburger menu obviously is going to allow you to springboard to all the various reports within My Justine Office. So you've got my team and the list of all of these reports. You've got your order management, which is a nice, easy way for you to track and chase exactly what's going to happen within this campaign. We have split it out into generations for you. It's going to look very funny now for me because I don't have any generations. That is a little bit of a pain, isn't it? But you guys know the order management screen really well. It's going to split and give you a high-level overview of your pending orders, your invoiced orders, your returns, anything under a minimum order value, etc. So it's nice and easy for you to go and action them at a high level. So again, that information you would have seen on your dashboard to help you to achieve your titles, but if you're looking at it on an order management level, it's nice to see your overall downline and exactly what's happening. The performance comparison page is really handy for you to, first of all, get a nice high-level view of what's happening in the current campaign, but it allows you to compare with 2 consecutive campaigns before, which is nice for you to sort of track and have a look and see how you're improving, and give you a nice overview there as well. So first, you have your current campaign. And again, you've got Generation 1 actives, group award sales, personal award sales, representative count. You've got all of those there for you. And we're comparing it with a prior campaign, a prior year campaign of the same. So I'm looking at campaign for last year. This was before my test account was alive. So obviously I don't have any information in there. When you see a little mark like that, what it's telling you is the campaign has not yet been finalized. Obviously not, because campaign 4, we are still in it. And we can scroll down now and have a look at our previous campaigns. So for this one, let's compare February and the 2 campaigns before it. So I chose February, I clicked apply, and it now puts February on the end here for me. Prior campaign is January, prior campaign is December. And I can easily see that no data pulled through for January. So this is just a test account problem here. December, I was not very busy. Nothing was happening there for me. And February, these were how I performed against my KPIs. You'll see these little arrow goodies over here. These arrows will indicate if you've gone up, if you've gone down, or if you've just kind of stayed the same. You can scroll down. Now we have a longer list of all of these different KPIs for you. So now you can have a look at your Generation 1, 2, and 3 appointments, reinstatements, transferred representatives, any G1 activity, G1 award sales. So there's plenty over here that you can go into analysis paralysis if you'd like. If you're anything like me and you love to dig into numbers and things, then this is a good place to go, because you can compare campaign on campaign how you performed with specific KPIs. Underneath here, you'll see any of your consultant kind of KPIs. So your personal net sales, your customers you served, your returned personal award sales, and then your year-to-date personal award sales over there as well. Although that looks a little bit funny for me, I must go and have a look at the data on this account. And then what will happen over here is if you've got a store open and it is tracking your store sales, then it'll pull through over here. There is a little challenge with the numbers that are pulling through CDW for these store KPIs at the moment that we're working to fix, but this is where you will see that kind of just a high level performance of how your sales have looked for the last campaign. And then what else? This is just a link to your online appointment form, which is completely, it's a separate tool, but there's an easy way for you to link here. But the other thing that you can do, and you've probably already noticed this, is when you're on your dashboard, when you first log in, there is a little quick button at the top, which allows you to just open a new appointment, and it takes you straight into that online appointment screen, which is not showing over here. I'll go back and fix that one now. So next to the bell over here, you'll see a little box that's going to say a little plus with a new appointment, and it's a quick little springboard into the online appointments when you want to go and create a brand new one. So I'll go fix that for you now. See, it's not appearing correctly. This light blue bar is where we will tell you any important information that you need to be aware of. So for example, we've just loaded the latest training guide recently, and you can link to online appointments from here. So for example, if you click on it, it's going to take you to the page we wanted to send you to. Very slow internet today. There, it's taking us to the training guides that have just been loaded, the page with the training guides. Okay. What else have we got in here? Quick springboard to go straight to your Justine store. Again, and a link to your profile, to the help pages, and to log out. And that, in a nutshell, is My Justine Office. Let's take you into one of these reports because there is some cool information here that I'd like to show you. So team profile brings up your whole downline if you didn't already know that. Team profile brings up everyone in your downline, and you can slice and dice them based on all of the filters and the tags and things that are available to you. But here, as leaders, what you've got access to is filter by everyone with an open store. So there'd be a little yes if there was an open store, or if their stores are active. So again, it's pulling only through what is available within my data. So if I had a team of 50 people and 25 of them had stores, I would be able to click yes, and I'd see all 25 of those appearing. And then I'd be able to see from those how many of those stores are actually active. And the store sales would pull through here, although this data, as I mentioned, there's a little bit of a challenge with it at the moment. Remember as well, you've got your tags here. You can create and manage your own tags. So maybe you can want to indicate potential leaders, for example. You could create a little tag here that says potential. And we save that, and then I can go and tag all of the people within my team who I think have got potential to be future leaders with those, and I can in future go and filter just all those people, and I can see how they have been performing. So that can be quite handy. You've also got in here little reports called upcoming demotions. So you can see who of your leaders in your downline are about to lose their title. You can see upcoming promotions, so who in your downlines are about to be promoted, so you can drive them and push them just that little bit over so that they can achieve. You can see which of your leaders are about to be removed. And then this reps removal on demand allows you to go and have a look at all of the removals in the last 6 campaigns so that you can contact them and you can try and reactivate them. So that's another way of driving your team performance. You've also got your upcoming removals, so here's your inactive too, so that you can try and catch them before they fall off. And then this is a report showing all these consultants that have been reinstated within the current campaign. That is it in a nutshell. So I want to go and have a look in the chat. We have got 8 minutes, and I'm hoping we won't get chucked out. Are there any questions? Anything else I can go over for you? No questions because you guys know this better than I do, right? So Liz, that's a very good question. There are plans for us to do an integrated leads online appointments solution. The plans were for us to start looking at this towards, well, the middle of the year we were supposed to start, but Corona has kind of changed the whole flight plan. So I don't have exact timelines, but this is definitely on the cards for Justine. And we need to fix the Avon one. We need to change that one. But it's definitely on the cards. Anything else, guys? So remember that you can always just share your questions with us, reach out to me directly or through Colette, or you will receive a link after the session where you can let us know what you thought of the session, and if you'll be able to share this out with your downlines. And then there is a little section where you could tell us what kind of things you'd like to see in future, and if there's something that we haven't covered, then we can do another session on Office. Rep removal on demand, is that from the person directly to head office? I'm not sure what you mean, Liz. So this is the rep removal on demand, and it'll look at the different campaigns I've got available. So there's no one in this team, but it'll let you search back to see of your team who was removed in last campaign or the campaign before, and it'll allow you to no, this is removals for inactivity, Liz. So actually maybe the title is misleading then. So it's not removals where they've asked or they've demanded to be removed. These are because they've fallen off. The removal on demand is allowing you to have access to the report on demand, but maybe we need to rename this because you're making me wonder if maybe it's not clear. So these are reps that were removed from inactivity, so you can bring it back. So yeah, Julie and Liz, definitely you're making me think that this is not the right title for it. Let me know what you think we should rather call this, that it would be clearer. What if we called it something like previous removals, and there, or recent removals or something like that, and then underneath I could explain these are removals that have happened in previous campaigns, and contact them to try and bring them back or something like that. Maybe that could help a bit more, hey? Okay, cool. Let's try that. Let's totally try that and see if it makes a difference and it helps the leaders out there a lot more. Any other questions, guys? The other thing which you guys will be aware of, but let's quickly show you again, you know that from any of these reports you can filter them the way you'd like to, and then you can send an email or an SMS out to those particular people. And remember, we've got email templates available to you if you'd like to email directly out of My Justine Office. Otherwise, you can copy all of their details and paste it into your own Gmail, etc. Okay, so this one doesn't have any email addresses, but you'd be able to email them directly from here if they have email addresses, or paste them into Gmail and write a nice personalized message. SMS you can also personalize, so that can be quite handy. And if you have any recommendations on those templates of how we could, remember that they need to be generic and everyone needs to be able to work with them, but if you'd like different wording, or if we could soften some of the wording or anything like that, please send through those suggestions because it will definitely help. When will the GR3 reports we download be the same as Avon? I don't know what GR3 reports you're talking about, Corne. Do you want to let me know? Guys, I'm a little bit worried we're going to get kicked out at past on the dot because Zoom has decided it's not letting me go over the times. Yeah, Corne, just send us the details and we'll have a look what you mean. And then we can see if there's something that needs to be fixed there, okay? Oh, okay. Inactives and held reports are not part of My Office, and they're not part of GR3. They're a completely separate emailed reports that go out from IT. So if you'll send us the details of what your concern is, then we'll raise it with the right team. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time. I hope this has been useful for you. And again, just keep us informed with what it is that you need to see or what you're not sure about, and we can build future sessions around that. So have a good afternoon. Thank you again, and we'll chat soon.